2 years ago, we set up a big no-till trial where we used 5 different methods of establishing a vegetable growing space without digging or tilling the soil first. A few months later, it was obvious that all of these methods had failed to suppress the sketchgrass and bindweed enough. We would have needed at least a few more layers of cardboard to properly kill off these persistent weeds. So I covered the beds with a double layer of ground cover fabric and walked away from the trial, and ended up leaving them covered for 2 growing seasons. We finally pulled off one of the sheets of fabric, and it was really interesting to see how the 5 different methods had developed. In the sections that had been covered 2 years ago with a thick layer of municipal compost or decomposed wood chip, a lot of this organic matter was still there on the surface. And even where a thinner layer of compost had been added, there was still a visibly darker layer on the surface of the soil. But most of the hay and straw that had covered the other sections was almost completely gone, leaving only the firm soil, which was hopefully still slightly improved by the decomposition of this lighter mulch. We plan to grow crops in these beds this year, and I think the sections that had lots of already decomposed organic matter added 2 years ago are probably good to go. But I think I'll need to add another covering of straw or hay to the other sections, at least to cover the soil, and possibly to add additional amendments. And it will be really interesting to see how the growth of the vegetable plants will compare in these different no-till methods 2 years later.